Hey y'all, welcome back to Mrs. Lynn's Cooking. Today we're going to make a recipe that my dad made us years ago. It's from the north. They call it Maderite. And all you're going to need, and believe it or not, before I get into that, it sounds with these products that it's going to be kind of funny, but it's actually really good. So I'll get into what we need. We're going to need brown sugar, not this much, but some. You're going to need ketchup, any kind, it doesn't matter. Garlic paste or fresh garlics. I have here half of a large onion. You're going to need Worcestershire sauce, and you're going to need a can of pork and beans, not baked beans. It has to be pork and beans. And then you're going to need a pound of, I've got ground chuck, but I'm going to use a pound of the ground chuck instead of ground beef, but whatever you have will work. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and split this in half. And I'm going to go ahead and get my meat to going with my garlic and my onions. And then I'll be right back. Okay, I've got my 1 pound of ground beef. You can see it's in this skillet working its magic. And I'm going to take as many or as little onions as you like. We like onions, so I'm going to do most of this onion in here. And I'm going to set the other to the side. And yes, I'm going to cook it all together. I want it cooked all together because it marries up really well. I'm using garlic paste, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 tablespoons of the garlic paste. You can use less or you can use more. It doesn't matter. But we're just wanting to get all this stuff to mix together and fried up. So what I'm going to do at this time, like I said, is I'm just going to fry this stuff up until it's nice and golden brown, and I will be right back. Okay, you can see I've got my ground beef with my garlic, and I've got my onions there as well. This is almost done, not quite. What we're going to do is we are literally going to cook out all of the juice out of this. So make sure to let you know, if you can tell by the color, it's almost done, but not quite. So what we're going to do is let this finish cooking, and I'll be right back. Okay, now you can see that, whoops, I'm making a mess here, that my ground beef is well done, or ground chuck, I should say. It's well done. Okay, so at this stage, I have already turned my burner down to like a medium heat. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add in your pork and beans in tomato sauce. You're just going to add every bit of it to it. So, let's see here. Okay, thank you. And then we're going to get these to mix together. Okay, now some people from up north, they will use, instead of ketchup, they will use mustard. I'm doing a little bit sweeter kind. That's the reason I use the brown sugar and ketchup instead of mustard. But it's each individual taste. These are going to be a little bit sweeter. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to take my ketchup and we're just going to eyeball this. Okay, and I'm just going to pour my ketchup in just like so. It's about maybe a half a cup, or a quarter cup, I should say. And it's still on medium heat, and we're just going to mix it all together because we're wanting to get a real red looking flake or sauce to it is what I'm looking for. So I need just a little bit more of that. Okay, now I'm going to let this cook down a little, and now I'm going to add in my Worcestershire, and it's going to be 1 regular tablespoon. So just 1 of that's all you need of that. And it's going to make it a little bit more richer and give it a little bit better flavor. Now, at this point, I'm going to shake my ketchup down. I'm going to add some more ketchup because I'm going to show you literally the color it's going to need to look. And then we're just going to let this cook down and let the beans warm up. And that's the color I want right there. You can see it's kind of a light red color, but that's what I want. Now at this stage, I'm going to take my spoon And then I'm going to add in brown sugar. And I'm just going to use this one here that I had the Worcestershire in, which is fine. So I'm going to add in 1. These are going to be kind of heaping. 2. This is going to make it a little bit sweeter, and it's also going to make it a little bit richer as well. And you don't need a whole bunch of it. You just need just a little, just to give it a little bit of a flavor. And you're just going to let this, as if you can see, it's already got a nice looking paste or crust to it. Not crust, I'm sorry, sauce to it. And that's all we're going to do. So I'm going to let this just sit here on like number 2 on my stove, which is going to be a low, medium low. And just keep an eye on it and just keep mixing it around until it's done. And you want it nice and hot through and through. That's what we're doing. And then once we do this, I will take a hamburger bun, hot dog bun, whatever bread you have. It's better on a bun because you'll need that flavor off of it. I'm doing the seeded ones. And what we're going to do is let this cook down just for a couple of minutes while I toast my bun. Then after I toast my bun, I'll bring it back on and show you what I'm going to do next. Okay, our Maderites right here, they're done. And what you're going to do is take your hamburger bun, which I use, and I'm just using it, the seeded. You can use whatever you want on it or whatever, or if you want less. And at this point, because it is really hot, I'm going to take it just like so. And sometimes I will eat this like a sandwich, but if there's more of this on there, it's actually like a glorified sloppy joe that tastes a whole lot better than the can. So we're going to take a bite of this, and I'll let you know. Oh, good. That is really good. So if you like my video, please like and subscribe.